Alrighty guys, what is going on? It's your boy Vase, back here again for some more Call of Duty Cold War news. And yes guys, don't let this title deceive you. These things can be fixed that we're going to be going over, but I'm just going to go ahead and hop into it and let you guys know that some of this stuff is just crazy, especially since the launch now is in 2 days. As of recording this video. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. So guys, the biggest thing is there will only be 8 6v6 maps at launch. That's right, there's only going to be 8 6v6 maps, and it's just going to be Miami, Moscow, Satellite, Cartel, along with 2 maps that we have seen, just not of this scale. There will be an Armada, which will be a smaller version of Armada, and a smaller version of Crossroads. There will also be a smaller Checkmate and a smaller Garrison. Now, we do know that Checkmate and Garrison have not been heard of yet, but it did say that there's going to be a small version of Checkmate and Garrison, which are apparently 2 maps that we've seen before. Right off the top of my head, I do not remember them, but Checkmate and Garrison will be pretty cool to check into and see which maps they remind us of. But data miners have found all of Season 1 content, including Nuketown, which I already mentioned in my first news video about Cold War. They also found 3 maps that are going to be coming to us in Season 1, which will be December the 10th. So we will only have to be playing with 8 multiplayer maps until December the 10th. Now, there's a little bitter that goes along with this. They found 3 maps. First one's called Dunes, the second one's called Mall, and the third one is called Apocalypse. Now, you guys may, we can look at this 2 ways. If they make all 3 of those 6v6 maps, that's awesome, but you got to also take into account for gunfight. What if only one of these maps goes for the 6v6 multiplayer and not gunfight? Because as you guys know, gunfight is coming back for Cold War. So that's another thing to look into. We could, in theory, we could have 11 multiplayer maps at the beginning of Season 1. Or we could have, probably maybe 9. I could see at least one of these actually being a 6v6 map. Probably 9 6v6s and 2 gunfights, which is kind of crazy. Gonna kind of take that one with a grain of salt. But guys, as like I just said, gunfight will return for Season 1, and those maps may actually be for gunfight. Best case scenario, though, we will have 11 6v6 maps for Season 1. That's what I'm hoping for. Now let's get into something else, guys. Total weapon count. As you guys know, Black Ops 4 released with 27 weapons when they released at launch. That's not a big number. But Call of Duty Cold War will release with 29 starting weapons at launch, which is still not that big number.
Love it.
Everything from the beta will be returning. There is 7 new weapons that we haven't seen yet. The FAMAS, the AUG, the DMR-14, the Bullfrog, which is pretty much the Bison from Call of Duty Ghosts, which I'm really, really excited to get into. The M60 light machine gun, the Barrett 50 cal, and the Thumper, which is also an SMG. That's awesome. And let's go ahead and get into the camos now. Camos do seem to be a little bit easier. There is 35 camos for each gun at launch. And guess what, guys? Big news. You will get gold, diamond, and dark matter. Dark matter is returning in Call of Duty Cold War, which was a big thing people were looking out for. Dark matter will be returning. So
if you get a kill,
on that high note, I'm going to take us to a lower note. There will only be 16 score streaks when the game launches. 16. They are literally taking away Flamethrower, Death Machine, the Hand Cannon, the Strafe Run, and the Harp. They took away the Flamethrower, Death Machine, Hand Cannon, Strafe Run, and the Harp, guys. All of those streaks gone. Now, I don't think they're gone for good, because there is a storage file that data miners found, and it seems like what they're going to do is release these as the seasons go on. So they might release a couple for season 1, a couple for season 2, one for season 1, one for season 2, and so forth. You guys get what I'm saying there. But back in the day, if you guys remember, how we used to get Call of Duty, we got a full game at launch. And this is my only problem with this. This is why this is bad. I feel like we're getting more and more into the strive of things where you get a unreleased, partly put together game, and then they just add to eventually give you the full game instead of just giving you the full game and adding to the full game. Let's look at it like a cake. If you have a cake that has 8 slices, right? But for some reason, you get ready to go eat it and you realize, oh, well, there's only 6 slices in the cake. There's 2 slices gone. But you realize that your parents put that in the refrigerator to save you for later, whenever you eat the whole cake. Well, then, yes, there is cake, but eventually, you're not really going to want that cake because you've already eaten 6 pieces of cake. That's an awful analogy, but you guys get what I'm saying. You want everything all at once. Add on to it. I just remember when DLCs were adding on to a full title. It's getting more and more to the point where they're giving us pieces of a game and eventually giving us the rest of the game to create the full game. And now that we've gone down on that, let's go back up a little bit with 3 brand new perks that are going to be added to the game. Perk 1 is going to be Intel. You're going to get a bigger mini-map, and it's going to mark enemy players somehow. Have no idea how, but it will mark enemy players. We're going to get a new perk 2 called Gearhead. You're going to get faster field upgrade recharge, and you can speed up to 2 chargers of field upgrades. So, that means your field upgrades are going to charge up quicker so you can get them faster. And Crash from Black Ops 4, his little ammo box that he threw down, they gave you a ton of XP. That's coming back. So if you get that on top of maybe a double XP weekend, you're going to be set. Absolutely awesome. And finally, perk 3, Spycraft. You're going to be able to hack enemy streaks. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. And guys, we're going to end this video off noting that challenges, not season challenges, just regular challenges, are back in Call of Duty. If you guys do remember, Black Ops 4 had challenges for a short time and then it got taken out, but challenges are back at launch for Call of Duty Cold War. So guys, you can take this with a grain of salt if you want to, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.